Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have you a first look at Dragunity deck. Now this is obviously not the most optimal build. I'm missing a lot of cards that you want to run in this deck. Namely, I'm missing a third Dragunity Ducks and at least a second Cards of Consonance. I'm kind of proxying the Cards of Consonance by using Dark World Duellinks, but it's not the same. This is a 2 for 2, this is a a -1. But it still helps because you put your tuners in the graveyard, which you want them there anyways. So as we learn this deck better, we'll optimize the build. I'm still going back and forth between, do I want a third Dragunity Divine Lance or do I want the third double Cyclone? Like right now I'm running the 3 Cyclones and 2 Dragunity Divine Lance, but at some point it might be better to just have the 3 Lance, have the 2 double Cyclone. So we're still trying to optimize the build, but I wanted to just put something out there so that you guys have like a building block, or if you're at a loss on how to start with the build. So we have 2 Dragunity Ducks. Again I would have 3, but I don't only have 2. 3 Dragunity Flanks, 2 Dragunity Arma, Mistline. This is really good because if you have any of your tuners, you can just normal summon them and then special summon this from your hand, and then you get to equip whatever you normal summon in the first place. So you'll still have your your one monster with a Dragunity equip on the same turn, which is pretty good. With a level 6, you can really go into Stardust if you're gonna synchro using Dragunity Arma. Again, we don't have that many good level 8s, so right now we just have the Stardust, but it's still a good card. If you equip this thing, it's a 2700 beater on the board, so it's got a nice body, and I think it's worth running, at least because I only have the 2 Dragunity Ducks. I think I would cut one of them for the third Dragunity Ducks. So we're running 3 Dragunity AK. This card is really good. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 Dragunity monster from your hand, then equip it with this card. When this card is sent to the graveyard, will equip to a monster, select 1 card in the field and destroy it. So it's really good because you can normal summon this, go into your Dragunity Ducks, and then you have your place. Or you can normal summon this, go into your Dragunity Arma, same thing. But I really like using it with Dragunity Militum, because Militum is going to be able to summon the equipped monster back onto the field. So that's the only downside to Dragunity AK. It doesn't have the detach effect like Dragunity Flanks does. But it's still a great card. You can equip it. If you have it equipped and you have a double Cyclone, you get to destroy a back row, and then you get to destroy something else. So you can destroy 2 back row, or you can destroy a monster with it. It's really good. Also, if you have it equipped to your Dragunity Knight Vash and you activate the Vash effect, it's going to be sent to the grave, you get the destruction effect. So really good card, and it's a tuner, so it works with Cards of Consonance. And then we already went up over the Militum. Like I said, if I had a second Cards of Consonance, I would run it. If I had 3, maybe I would even run 3. But for the moment, we're running Dark World Duellinks. If you put your Dragunity Flanks or Dragunity AK in the graveyard, you don't have to consider that such a bad minus with Duellinks, but it's still a minus, so it's not going to be as good as Consonance. 3 double Cyclone for the double destruction. Pun intended. We're going to destroy a back row, and then we're going to destroy something else with Dragunity AK. 2 Dragunity Divine Lance. This card is really good. Not only does it make your opponent, or does it make your monster unaffected by trap effects, during your main phase you can equip 1 Dragon type Dragunity tuner monster from your deck to the monster equipped with this card. You can only use this effect once per turn. So if you have any level 4 and you have this, you have your synchro place, because you can just get your Dragunity Flanks, detach, and then go for the synchro place. That's why I'm not sure if I want to run 3 and take out 1 double Cyclone, but I was running into a lot of back row decks, which I guess they both kind of take care of back rows, so I don't know. I still don't know, but this is the ratio that I play with, so this is what I'm showing you. And then the 1 Treacherous Trap Hole. If you have a monster equipped with Dragunity Divine Lance, you can activate the Treacherous on your own monster and he won't be destroyed, obviously. For the extra deck, we have 1 Stardust, 2 Dragunity Knight, Vash. You know what this card does? When this card is synchro summoned, you can target one level 3 or lower dragon type Dragunity monster in your graveyard, equip that target to this card. Once per turn, you can send one equipped card equipped to this card to the graveyard, double this card's attack until the end phase. Now, it doesn't double the original attack, it doubles the current attack. So if you have an equipped spell, if you activate Beatdown, which is a skill I'm using, you'll get that extra boost. So it's really important to know that. We have Dragunity Knight Gaedaer? I don't know. GD. Dragunity Knight GD. Once per turn during the main phase, you can add one level 4 or lower dragon type or winged beast type monster from your deck to your hand, then discard one dragon type or winged beast monster. So this is cool because you get a searcher. I mainly go into him like turn 1 or when I'm trying to set up a follow-up play. That was one of the trickier things with this deck is knowing what to do when going first. Do you want to start with Stardust Dragon? Do you want to put a Dragunity Knight GB on the board? Which is also sort of a safe play. If this card attacks or is attacked during the damage step, you can remove from play one Wing Beast type monster from your graveyard to have this card gain the attack that monster until the end phase. So our weakest Wing Beast is going to be Dragunity Ducks. So you can make this a 3500 beater if you're being attacked by something like a Blue Eyes or stuff like that. So it's also a good turn 1 synchro monster, but so is Stardust. So I think as we learn the matchups with this deck, we'll know more about what the most optimal turn 1 play is. Right now it's obviously the very early stages of testing, but I have some spicy replays for you guys. The deck is really aggressive. I think you don't, or at least in my opinion, you don't want to run a control variant with this deck. You kind of want to just go in. There's many ways to boost your attack, to inflict piercing damage, and so that's kind of what the build that I came up with tries to do. Here we're going to use Dark World Dealings. We're going to put the Dragunity AK so we can do our plays. And I activated this Divine Lance because I didn't want to get floodgated or anything like that. So that's why I activated that right away. And that way, when I use my double Cyclone, if they chain a Canadia or if they chain a Treacherous or anything like that, I'm protected because of Divine Lance right now. So we're gonna snipe the Mass Change, and I was really happy to hit Mass Change because when my AK goes to the grave, I can destroy the Enki. He's gonna go Treacherous, like I said, but we don't care about traps at the moment. And I could go for the Synchro Summon right here. I can detach Dragunity Flanks, but I decided to just take the damage. I have my trap immunity right now. He only has one back row. It felt like the safer play. I didn't want to, hit like a Widespread Ruins or a Drowning Mirror Force, anything like that. And sure enough, my opponent scoops after they have no follow-up play. Yeah, like the more I think about it, the more I would probably want that that third Divine Lance instead of the double Cyclone. But the double Destruction, pun intended again, it's just too good, man. Here we're going up against Zane. And he's running Grit. Grit was another skill that I consider for this deck, since if you don't want to overcommit turn 1 and you want to just keep your hand and go aggressive in the following turn to try to OTK, you can do that if you run Grit. So that's another skill that I was thinking about. I'm gonna go for Cards of Consonance, draw 2, equip the Ducks again. Go for the go for the Lance first, so that if he changes the trap, I'm not affected. Then we go for the double destruction, destroy the back row, destroy the monster. But this time I decide to go for the synchro play, and I misplayed here. I totally forgot that I had beatdown. So obviously with beatdown, I would have been able to just send any monster, double my attack, and win the game. I completely forgot that that was my skill. Instead, I set the double Cyclone, and we're both gonna wipe our entire board. I use Dragunity AK, and then we're in top deck situation. I pick up Dragunity Ducks. This time we're gonna go for the synchro. And I decide to go for Stardust in case that's a Widespread Ruins. Anytime that I can't feel a chain or a delay, you know, where I'm doing my plays. I'm thinking widespread, I'm thinking Wall of D, and now I'm thinking Sakuretsu armor. So going for Stardust felt like the safer play. I cover all options by going into Stardust. And sure enough, Wall of Disruption, with beatdown, I'm able to finish him off, and that's the game. But that's what I said, that's what I meant, like the deck kind of runs through resources fairly quickly, so a control version, in my opinion, is not going to do as good. You wanna go aggressive and finish the game as soon as possible. I finished streaming not too long ago, so my voice is a little... My voice is kind of long a little bit, kind of gone. And this was just the OTK clinic right here. So like I said, you can normal summon your tuner, and then special summon the level 6. But I didn't want to go into Stardust right away. I figure I can either destroy back row, and it won't matter because Dux is gonna bring back my Dragunity flanks. So I just let her in there. He only sets one monster, and at that point I'm like, alright, time for me to go off. We're gonna detach the Dragunity flanks to summon Stardust Dragon. And the reason why we want to do that is because it's basically a free synchro. We got an upgrade on the monster. It's now 2500 beater. I can stop a destruction effect, so if this is like a man-eater bug or something like that, I can stop it. And I needed my flanks in the graveyard anyway to do my Dragunity Dux plays. Detach, go into Dragunity Knight, Vash. We're gonna attach him again. And once again, I should have gone for the beatdown first so I could double with the beatdown boost, but it didn't matter. I figured if this went through, I was gonna win anyway. Sure enough, we see Grave Squirmer. He tries to destroy my Dragunity Knight. We're gonna negate that with Stardust, hit him for 4000. So that's kind of cheap because he didn't really have back row. He didn't have a whole lot of things for me to get through, but the fact that I went into Stardust and Vash in the same turn, it seemed worthy of showing you guys. It's kind of late for me. I should be asleep, but I really wanted to put something out there today. We had almost, or I think we had 120 people or 110 people watching the stream at once, which is really awesome. Shout outs to Ethan, by the way, for rating my stream and giving me all those beers. Really appreciate that. And this is where, you know, something like grit could definitely be in play. I had a really good hand. I didn't want to overextend, so I just end my turn. And I wasn't too scared about Bandit Keith. They normally run vampires. I guess vampires could have OTK, or they also run Ultra Athletes. So it felt safe to just end turn right there. We're gonna take 2200 damage to the face. Go for the Dragunity AK. Once again, make my monster immune before I do anything. And that was arguably a waste what I did there, but there was really no way for me, or at least no way that I can think of, for me to get my Dragunity AK in the grave and also detach for my Dragunity flanks. So I had to use my Divine Lance. I have a backup anyway. So now we're gonna get our AK. That was a misplay there, by the way. I should have activated this first, just in case he wanted to respond with like a treacherous trap hole. Like I said, as I get better piloting the deck, I won't make those mistakes. But still, I get to destroy the monster. Now I put my Divine Lance to make him immune. Activate beatdown. Wall of D, we don't care. Nice and easy. So yeah, I mean, this deck is not, my version is not gonna get you very far. You want to optimize it with the cards that I'm missing. If I go back into the box when I get paid, like I plan to, I'll probably make a follow-up video on this. But this was just the first look. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. We're very close to 6,000 subscribers, and it would be great if we can get there. I missed my intro. Anyway, comment down below if you want. And yeah, I missed my intro. Till next time.